Yahweh, Elohim, of these United States of Lohem, Elohim. I am God, Yahweh. It is now September 11th, 2024. I am in Adamsville, Alabama, Jefferson County, on Venus, the planet of love, Elohim. It's around 4 o'clock this morning, September 11th, 2024. And I'm still doing my David Rockefeller program, a public school system from my planet Plymouth Love Elohim, the banking system for these United States, and the Grand Discovery, the bank accounts 1938, Smithsonian Institution with video audio recorder, the Museum of Artifacts about this Verizon cell phone that I'm holding. And continue my Henry Ford Motors legacy. Also from that planet Plymouth, this is planet Venus here today. And this message should be very short. I was surfing the web there, and I remember the 2001 9/11 things that was happening there. I was rehearsing my big band, September 11th of 2001 at the Musicians Union, Local 47 on Vine Street near Whitworth, I think. It's about Melrose Avenue and Vine Street there. That's where I rehearsed. I had a string quartet in my big band, September 11th of 2001 with Isaiah Karai Smith, Isaac Corbett Aerosmith. Still at the Dred Scott case for these United States, 1857 to 2857. It's a millennium system there. I'm still doing the USA also. This message is clarifications for the feminine angelic celestial beings, Yahweh. Pussy angelic holders, I am Yahweh. Angelic pussy holders, I am love, Yahweh. Of your God that called on my name, Elohim, somewhere in its past. Before today, 2011, 2024. Elohim, 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 Elohim. All right. So, I'm the creator of the English language, me, God, Yahweh, and I'm the Elohim of the English language. I started with Christopher Columbus with my U.S. system of these United States, 1492, and that's when Lohem, Elohim was with me, God, Yahweh. I was with Amerigo Vespucci, and that's when Lohem, Elohim was with me, God, Yahweh. I went to the first universe and created the first universe. We, Lohem, Elohim, created the first universe. It's around 1583 or so with me. The creator named Love, I am God, Yahweh. It's about 1583 from 1492 to 1592. And then I returned where the meet and greet of the Hebrew Israelites that died on planet Plymouth there. They wrote the Bible from my English Bible, which is called the dictionary now. And the 1611 King Bible appeared with the letter J there, about that system there. And then I went to Athens, Greece, Corinth with King Corbett, which was the Lohem, Elohim with me, God, Yahweh, who created Athens, Greece, Corinth. And I left it with credit cards and debit cards, very fine print for bank use only. His name is Kory. All right, so and that's when Lohem, Elohim was with me, God, Yahweh, from 1492 to 1692. And then William Shakespeare joined with me as the Lohem, Elohim with me, God, Yahweh. Still doing these United States. I had started my Maryland Tolerations Act about Jesus Christ and the Bible there. And by 1722, we was doing our Hamlet and Macbeth, sometimes called Hamlet and Macbeth. The Titanic was renamed to Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare, who created trigonometry and calculus. The Lohem, Elohim with me, God, Yahweh. Still working on these United States there. And then I was with Felix Hoffman around 1750. The calendar system will reflect my U.S. system from Germany there, with Mercedes there doing time travel. That was the Lohem, Elohim, spelled right with my name, Felix Hoffman, doing time travel with God, Yahweh, that I am. Then we was with Tucson Overture. It's called 1791 to 1971 system with George Washington, which is also the Lohem, Elohim with me, God, Yahweh. Now we're with these United States. So that's from 1492 to 1792. And then the farewell address, obviously, from George Washington, who never began. With me, God, Yahweh, of these United States of Lohem, Elohim. Today, September 11, 2024. All right. Then we had Thomas Jefferson, which was the rival of George Washington. That's when Lohem, Elohim was still with me, God, Yahweh, with myself. And we did the United States War of 1812, where the Hebrew Israelites sort of fought that war. The U.S. War 1812, they was not from the United States of God, Yahweh, Elohim at all. So that was all what that was. So that's from 1492. Then I started with King David Banneker, which is the Lohem Elohim with me, God Yahweh, whose code is actually 1823, food, clothing, and shelter in my banking systems, where it was depositing wealth in trust with my name, God Yahweh, Elohim, at all times in these United States. Already? And then we offered Ulysses S. Grant from Uriel from the United States War of 1812. It's the obvious Lohem Elohim with me, God Yahweh, of these United States, who went to become Harry Truman from the Dred Scott territory, who filed a case against me, the United States, myself. I am God Yahweh Elohim at all times. So Dred Scott is the Lohem Elohim from 1857 with me, God Yahweh Elohim of these United States. Publicly, he filed a case against me, and I had to acknowledge his territory as the ancestor of the United States nation there by 1877 is the Buddy Boulder system of the century of the first Congress of 1790, which goes to 1970, with me, God Yahweh Elohim, about the citizens that I was doing my English language. The Buddy Boulder system, that is definitely the Lohem Elohim, that I am God Yahweh of these United States. By 1883, that's the Frederick Douglass Code of Augustus Washington Bailey, 1884. That's the Lohem Elohim with me, God Yahweh, Elohim of these United States. And that essentially will take you to George Washington Carver, who deferred that name Washington to Booker T. Washington, myself, 1892. So from 1492, Christopher Columbus, to 1892, Booker T. Washington, those are the Lohem Elohim with me, God Yahweh. It's all my souls with myself. So we started Henry Ford Motors Company with Frederick Douglass, myself, sold my materials to myself, Henry Ford, and I essentially gave myself my own bank account, YAHWH, with my signature there. And we started 1893, Henry Ford Motors Company with T-Model Ford. It was pretty known then. Still doing the United States of Lohem Elohim, I am God Yahweh. And so Henry Ford Motors Company started creating communities for the female nation called the USA, which was the code of USA from Christopher Columbus, Amerigo Vespucci, Felix Hoffman, Tucson over to USA there, Frederick Douglass, USA there. So, by Langston Hughes, who is actually Edgar Allan Poe, with my century system of Buddy Bowden, with myself, God Yahweh Elohim of these United States, as the 1921 code there, my banking system, which could not be in the USA, the female nation there, but could still be in my banking system. So voted on myself, David Rockefeller, which I sent to bank accounts in 1938. Those are the Lohem Elohim with me, God Yahweh Elohim, from 1492 to 1938, where Isaac Corey Arrowsmith of the Dred Scott case was the ancestor of Dred Scott. So you're still working on Dred Scott there, but it has an ancestor, E-R-O-S, Arrows, and E-R-O-C, Arrows is masculine, E-R-O-S is feminine. So it was sent to Dwight Eisenhower, 1953, Lohem number 1 of the USA system with me, God Yahweh Elohim of the United States, for America now, 1953. And then I sent Herbert Hoover, Lohem number 2 of the USA system, 1955, 1961, the first administrator with me, God Yahweh Elohim of these United States. And then obviously you heard of J. Owen Fitzgerald Kennedy, who was also J. Owen QNCY Adams, called John Quincy Adams to John Fitzgerald Kennedy, from 1803 essentially to 1963 with me, God Yahweh Elohim of these United States. Now for America though. So you heard of JFK, so we can stop doing the masculine and feminine Bible verse of Genesis chapter 1, where supposedly I don't know, because my name is Elohim, the difference between male and female. From the people that wrote the Bible 500 years ago, Mother Planet Plymouth. So JFK, it was September 7, 1963, where we did our fitness program, physical education with myself, David Rockefeller, doing a public school program which sent Hoover Yoel after the Rothschild of April 4th, 1968, Sarai Bakure, did the entire Vietnam War there. In the 1960s at JFK, trying to hide as a zillionaire in my system of God Yahweh Elohim, claiming that the Lord was jealous somewhere in the Bible with a letter J somewhere. And so by 1971, we went back to Bethlehem still. We ended the Vietnam War, but we had the 1970s U.S. Census, and it became problematic. So all of those names of men, they all died. So that's the Lohem Elohim with me, God Yahweh Elohim. Then we sent Howard Hughes, April 5th, 1976, from April 4th, 1968 to April 5th, 1976, is the same Isaac Corey Arrowsmith, the billionaire there, was Henry Ford already. And we started venturing on there to this planet Venus. That's the Lohem Elohim with me, God Yahweh Elohim. Then Isaac Corey Arrowsmith did his Dred Scott credentials there as a citizen that it was from the Dred Scott territory and the Dred Scott plantation, my white plantation. I am G-O-D, God, Dwight Eisenhower. And my brown plantation was actually owned by Smith Smith, whose name is actually Brown, in the Brown versus Board of Education, 1954, that it does not want to be worshipped with somebody named Jesus Christ at all times. So his name is Isaac Corey Arrow Smith, now with his fourth name with me, God Yahweh Elohim. And since October 3rd, 1977, Planet Plymouth to now, Phoenix the Planet of Love Elohim. Today, September 11, 2024, Isaac Corey Arrow Smith. Isaiah Christ Smith has been with me, God Yahweh Elohim, forever. Already from the melting pot of Elohim before the body was created. His name is also Love, so it uses his name A-M-O-R or more. And is the Chief Justice and Trustee of the English language to hold me accountable for anything that seems to be a discrepancy. Why is my name C-O-Y? Why did I do that with his word for accountability with Elohim corrections and the creation of destruction? So, Lohem Elohim has been with me. Isaac Corey Smith went to George Washington Preparatory High School in 1992. From 1492 to 1992, played the song Christopher Columbus at the Hollywood Bowl, Playboy Jazz Festival 1994. His name is Love. Gave you that song A Time for Love 1994, about June 14th or so, 1994. His name is Love. A child is born. It's right there in the Bible. Isaiah is his name. I-S-A-A, Isaiah. They keep adding things to his name. So January 20th, 1961, JFK Fitzgerald Kennedy sent that address about Isaiah. I-S-A-A is his name, Isaiah. So he keeps this alphabet number dummies things, which was his prophecy, January 21st, 2001. Isaac Corey Smith at the Jazz Bakery. I'm at the house right now from January 21st of 2001, before September 11, 2001. His message before his Big Bang concert is completely true. It's in Smithsonian Institution, just like I told you, that evening there. And still your creator named Elohim, the creator of light, did not create the Son of God. Definitely not Jesus Christ neither. So that's what it's trying to tell you. His name is Love. Try to tell you. It's the end of a love affair. Then they gave you the song at the Jazz Cat, April of 2001, again before September 11, 2001. His messages are completely true. Thank you. So, this is September 11, 2024. I am God Yahweh of these United States of Lohem Elohim. I am God Yahweh with your Elohim all times, whose name is Love. Sometimes it's A-M-O-R, and from October 3rd, 1977, his name is Isaiah Christ Smith, or Isaac Corey Arrow Smith, who sent you Arrow Smith, that the air did not rise up. Since my cell phone or Microsoft. Thank you. So, and keep listening to the September 11th attacks from 2001. It was very funny with my big band rehearsing. If you put musical sounds to my messages and I'm uploading them to YouTube, you can hear the messages of intelligence that your Elohim is sending you with that word Elohim that creates intelligence and translations for you out of my English language so you can understand the communication of Elohim. Thank you. And I have blessed you just like you asked me to bless you. And thank you, America. All right.